We are very honored today to have invited Clarence Ling, one of the co-founder of a startup store, to join us today.
As we can
Thank you,
see,
Clarence.
the name of this company is called ZTORE. So is there any meaning of this, the name of the company?
Well, we came up with the name. We came up with the Chinese name first. The Chinese name ZTORE is basically brings back memories. So Hong Kong is a very unique city. A lot of our terms are only unique to Hong Kong, and ZTORE is actually derived from the English term store. So it symbolizes basically the mom and pop stores in Hong Kong. So the first generation of convenience stores.
So what is the nature of the business of the company?
So we are an online supermarket. So basically providing same-day delivery.
So what is the business ownership of the company?
Business ownership.
Yeah.
So there are three of us, co-founders. So we did a seed round back in May. So we have about 15 investors, but the three of us are still the majority shareholders.
So, can you share the location? So where is this store, this company located? So just introduce the
So
location.
this is our warehouse and office as well. Basically, we are located in Guizhou.
So it's a factory.
Yeah, it's an industrial area.
Okay. So it's we're going to the demographic questions. So how old were you when you started your business?
Yeah, we actually just launched last November.
Yeah, that's November.
Yeah, so I was 33.
It's just a year. Okay. So
Less than a year.
Okay. So how much previous work experience have you had?
So the three of us had about roughly around 10 years experience. So my two partners, one of them, Danny has been running his own e-commerce solutions software company in science for the past 10 years. And then my other partner, Jack is actually used to work for coffee shop in terms of merchandising, marketing, storefront, and then went on to supply side at San Miguel and Carlsberg. And I basically in the past I've been fundraising for a lot of companies in China. So I was helping companies in US and Europe to fundraise in China with an angle to help them expand to Greater China.
So what have been the biggest difficulties when starting up your business?
The biggest difficulties were a lot.
Please maybe names.
The biggest difficulties, I would say there are a few. One of which was fundraising. So in Hong Kong, since the startup ecosystem is not as mature as the US or some other overseas countries, where there are a lot of startups, there are a lot of sophisticated venture capitalists. So in terms of finding the investors for our seed round was quite tough. And another one would be merchandising, because as a startup, there are a lot of already very well established big players in the industry, in the market. So it was quite tough to convince the suppliers to supply us the goods.
So did the government or any other institutes help you to start your business, or did they offer any helps to you?
No.
Okay.
Well, basically, but I think it's having said that, we did not really get any support. I would say the the Hong Kong government is doing a lot to change that.
Okay.
And I think we are at a tipping point where it's the startup ecosystem is getting a lot better. Thinking about doing their own business.
So are you going to find help from the governmental other institutes in the near future? So are you going to do that?
So we are actually fundraising for our Series A, which is our second round right now. So we are actually approaching different companies and funds to invest in us.
So the next part is I want to know more about. Do you have your own capital?
So basically, in our first round, our seed round, so we had we raised 1.3 million US dollars. So out of all the investors, my partners, my two partners, and I were still the biggest investors in the round. So we actually put in our own money in the business as well.
So can you know more about where did you look for the capital?
So in terms of capital, we so out of the 15 investors, about 15 investors, some of which are located in Singapore, and some of which are from mainland China, and the others are all from Hong Kong, basically.
So this part is about motivational reasons. So what was the main reason for starting up your business?
Well, I guess given the current environment in Hong Kong, a lot of comments about Hong Kong not having any chances or opportunities for the new generation. So, and a lot of industries are mainly dominated by a lot of big corporations. So, besides the fact that besides money, I think our mission is to try to change that environment and basically to tell the world that Hong Kong people are still capable, and there's a lot of ways to disrupt the market. So, and having seen more and more startups becoming more successful, we think it's the right time. It was the right time to start doing something.
So I think it's as a youngster, I'm glad to hear it. So it create a lot of opportunities for us youngsters to have a platform. Okay, so
right now we're gonna give you a rating system from 1 to 10. 1 being not at all, 10 would be very much.
yeah, there's some motivations for
Questions.
owning your own business. So we can rate following criteria. Okay, the first one is to make a reasonable living. So 1 to 10. 1 is not at all, and 10 is very much. Very much.
So from 1 to 10,
Yeah. So
just a rating.
Make a reasonable.
yeah, to make a reasonable living.
Well, I would say 4 or 5. Well, I guess. Well, in terms of making a reasonable living, I guess it depends on what you're looking for in your life, in your career. I mean, if you're only looking for a reasonable living, there's a lot of job opportunities that can provide that. Doing a startup is extremely risky. But I would urge, teenagers or youngsters to try as early as you can, because once you reach a certain age, you have your own family, your kids. There's much bigger of a burden if you start doing something risky.
Okay, so the second is to make a lot of money.
5.
5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's it definitely, it's one of the reasons that we want to make a lot of money, right? But that's not the only reason.
So the third one is to be my own boss.
So it's mainly for us, right?
Yeah.
Not in general, like what we think or.
So is to be my own boss is the
It's your motivation of
yes,
having the
that
startup.
motivation of starting a business.
4 or 5. Yeah. Well, because I think that's not a really good deciding factor when it comes to doing a startup. As you might not know, it's the fact that being your own boss, it feels good, but then that's not the reality. Right? When you run a business, especially right now, it's a lot of, there's not much of a hierarchy, right? You work with your colleagues, same level basically, and you have to try to understand the people that you work with. To be honest, it's not so much of a great feeling of being a boss, because you have investors, there's a lot of people that you have to be responsible for. So it's not about the fact that being a boss. It doesn't make you superior to others.
So the next one is I enjoy this lifestyle. Enjoy this.
6. Yeah, 6, 7. Yeah. Basically, there's no lifestyle when you run a startup.
So can you talk more about your daily routine and startup business?
Well, daily routine is, having your own startup is 24/7, right? So basically, you don't have time, to chill with your friends. You don't have time to go on holidays. Every day is very crucial, right? Every day there's new problems, and it's a never-ending career, because every day whatever you think about is about your own startup. Every person you talk to is about your own startup. So I would suggest, if you're not prepared for that, lifestyle, then do not do it. It's not like working a 9 to 5 job, and you get your weekends. So yeah.
But still you enjoy it?
Yeah, because we do something meaningful. Right?
So the next one is to avoid unemployment. So 1 to 10.
Not really. 0.
0.
Or 1.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 3 of us, we've all been quite good with our career, and we've been doing quite well. And basically, if that's our intention, I don't think this startup would ever work.
So the next one is to live in this location. Actually, I don't know.
Let's just skip that question.
So this one is a form of semi-retirement.
Let's.
Yeah. Well, as I said before, right? It's even tougher than working a normal job.
So it's 1 again.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next one, last one. I spotted a market opportunity.
Yes. Well, the three of us founders, we've been doing, with whatever we were good at, right? And Jack, he was working at beer supplier and has been pretty successful, right? So the three of us actually gave up a lot to do this startup because we saw that Hong Kong has always been one of the slowest in terms of e-commerce penetration, right? And many people think that it's the fact that Hong Kong is very convenient. Nobody would buy online, but it's actually not true. We saw that we're right at the tipping point right now. E-commerce penetration has been growing much faster. Well, one of the slowest in the world, but now we are customer behavior is changing. So we saw the market opportunity, and then we decided that we would give up what we were doing and do this startup.
So this is the end of this inspiring interview. So thank you.
Thank you.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.